guys, welcome to Yoga with Kat. I'm Kat, and we're going to be doing session 4 of our beginner series this morning. You can get in a nice, comfortable position laying on your back today. It's a great way to start a yoga session. Legs out long. Just have your arms by your body. And just start to breathe. Think about how your body feels right now. And on your next inhale, we're going to bring that knee into our chest. Without causing any pain, bring it up as far as you can. And then we're going to rotate the ankle one direction and then the other direction. Now take your knee and we're going to open it to the right. So we're opening those hips. Take a few breaths here. Now bring that knee back into your chest. Flex that right foot. And we're going to take that right knee and cross it over the left side of the body, keeping our shoulders on the ground. So if this is where you end up, this is okay. If you can twist a little more, extend that right arm out, both shoulders on the earth. Nice spinal twist here. Bring that knee back into center. Bring your left knee in with it. Squeeze both knees to chest. Extend that right leg out long. And now we have our left knee into our chest. Again, pulling it as much as we can. Flex that left foot and now rotate the ankle. Rotate it in one direction. And rotate it back. Take that left knee and open it to the left side, opening those hips. Now bring that left knee back into the center. We're going to cross it over the right side of the body, extending the left hand out, bringing that left knee toward the floor. You can look out over your left hand for a little better stretch. I like to do these almost every day because it feels so good on my back. Now slowly bring both knees back to center and hug them in. Bring your hands on your thighs and we're just going to gently rock. So I know it seems like this isn't doing anything, but it does feel good on your back. And that's our goal today, is to do what feels good for us. We're going to open to a straddle pose. So we're going to open those legs as far as we can. Nice long spine. We're going to lean chest to knee to the right side. Just do what's comfortable for you. Keep breathing. No need to force it. Just let your body fall as you exhale. Back to center. Into the other side. Chest toward your knee. And back to center. And now slowly let your hands flow toward the floor, moving ahead, pointing toward the other side of the room. opening those hips. Again, as you exhale, let your body lower toward the earth. And slowly rise up. Slowly roll over to our tabletop position. Knees underneath your hips, palms of your hand underneath your shoulders. Nice neutral spine here. Have a nice open palm, really putting the weight into all the parts of your hands. And when you're ready, kick your right leg out. Keep your right foot flexed, and we're just gonna lift. Just gonna do a few lifts here. Strengthening the glutes. Eyes looking at the ground. Now bend that knee and lift. I'm just going to do a hip rotation. Bring that knee all the way around. And now rotate it back in the opposite direction. And drop it to the floor. Back into our tabletop position. Extend your left leg. Flex that left foot. I'm going to do leg lifts. Again, engaging the glutes. Nice and slow, you don't need to rush these. Just a few more. Now bend that knee. I'm going to rotate the knee around in a nice circle and back in the opposite direction. And drop the knee. Hips push back towards your ankles. Just getting a little stretch there in the shoulders. Back up to tabletop. Slide the hands out a few inches ahead, curl the toes under, and lift those hips up to our downward dog. You can pedal out the feet, bend the knees, and then try to bring both heels toward the mat. You're probably not going to touch. It's a hard ask. That's the goal, just to push the heels toward the mat. Take a breath here. Building muscle. And on an inhale, with our left foot planted, we're going to slowly lift our right leg into our three-legged dog. Now bend the knee. Going to bring it all the way through to the outside of our right hand. And if you want, you can put your knee down. Okay? I'm going to keep mine up today, but it's okay if you want to put it down. Toes pointing toward the corner of your mat. And just shift back and forth a little bit, opening that hip. Looking down at the mat. Now come to a still position. We're just going to hold for a few seconds. Again, if this is the time for you to put down your knee, you can do that. Now walk the right foot in between your hands into our lunge position. Hands by your side. Sorry, by the sides of your feet, I should say. Plant your left hand and slowly open to the right. nice twist in the back here, but still working the legs. Again, you can have your knee down, like that. Or you can do some combination of both, depending on where you are today. Bring the right hand back to the mat. I'm gonna bring our right foot back to meet the left, into our plank position. Now, if you want, you can have your knees down here. We're just gonna slowly lower all the way to the earth. Legs on the ground, hands right underneath our shoulders. And on an inhale, we're just gonna gently lift our upper body, opening our chest. And on an exhale, release. Let's do that again. Inhale up to cobra. Exhale, release. And one more time. Inhale up to cobra. Exhale, release. Now curl the toes under. You can go right up to plank, or you can go to your knees and then to downward dog. Okay? So you can come from your knees, or you can go right up to plank depending on where you are. On an inhale, lift that left leg up for our three-legged dog. Now bend that knee. We're going to bring it to the outside of our left hand. And again, you can have your knee down here. Your shoulder is on the inside of that leg, so you can use your shoulder actually to push your hips out a little bit. And just shift your weight back and forth. Just a little bit. Or you can just be here. Whatever one feels better for your body. Remember, this is about your body and what feels good for you. And then come to a stillness. Heel toe that left foot in between your two hands. So we're in our lunge position. Plant your right foot on the earth. Your right foot. I'm sorry, your right hand. I think I'm asleep today. Plant your right hand on the mat. Inhale, open to the left. And again, your knee can be down. And plant that left hand down. And now we're going to bring our right foot up to meet our left. You could take a few steps if that works better for you. I'm just going to walk back here for a minute. And we're in our forward fold. Clasp your elbows. Weight leaning on the fronts of your feet. You can rock back and forth, side to side. Think about where you're feeling the stretch. And then release your arms and just let all your body weight fall toward the earth. You can have your knees bent here. It's not important that everything is all straight here. Get a really nice stretch like this. And on an inhale, slide those hands up, straighten those legs, lengthen that spine to our flat back position. Think about where you're feeling any stretching happening. And exhale, forward fold. And inhale, slowly lower. Oh my God, I really am asleep today. Slowly rise up, one vertebrae at a time, into our mountain pose. And then inhale, I'm gonna bring those hands. Nice big breath, arms come all the way overhead. I'm gonna leave them there. Arms open, really stretch toward the sky. Take a few breaths here. And now float the hands down into your forward fold. And bring bring your hands to the ground. You don't have to really plant them, but just to give you some leverage. We're gonna heel toe the feet so that the feet are about shoulder width apart. Toes pointing out, not facing forward. And slowly lower your hips. We're gonna come into a yogi squat. So I'll show it to you from this side. So feet are about shoulder width apart, a little bit wider. Bring your elbows inside those knees, really pushing the knees out, knees pushing in on the elbows. We'll just take a few breaths here. Feel free to move around what feels comfortable for you. If you want to rock back and forth. I know it took me a little while to be able to get into this. Your feet may be up here. You might not be able to stretch them as much, so it's okay. Little by little, things start to fall in place. And slowly bring your hands behind you and lower to a seat. And extend those legs out in front of you all the way. And on an inhale, arms come overhead. You can bend the knees a little bit. Exhale, extend it forward fold. Slowly rise up and move into a straddle position. I'm going to do chest to knee on the right side, and then I'm going to slowly make my way to the left, and then back and forth, nice and slowly. And then stop in the middle and relax. Maybe your legs are in really close, that's okay. Day by day, you'll get stronger and more flexible. Be patient with yourself. Just enjoy the day today. Enjoy how it feels on your body. And slowly rise up. Bring those legs together. Soles of the feet on the earth. Hands on your thighs, on the backs of your thighs. And we're just going to lift those shins parallel to the ceiling. So you can put your hands behind you if you want and just hold here. Or you can release those hands to your side into our bow pose. This is good core work and it's good for balancing. Now see if you can straighten those legs as you start to release and lower to the earth. Knees into your chest. Give them a nice big hug. Extend those arms out both to your left and to your right. I'm just going to lower the knees to one side and slowly bring them through and lower them to the other side. Just do that a couple times. One more time, each side. Should feel good on your back. Now release those legs out long. Stretch those arms overhead for a nice full body stretch. Really reaching to both sides of the room. And as you exhale, float those arms down by your side into our final pose. You can stay here for as long as you like, breathing and just feeling the relaxation set in. Or if you have to get going, hands in prayer at the heart. Take a few deep breaths, one in through your nose and out through your mouth. And Did an awesome job today. Thank you so much for joining me on Yoga with Kat. Hope to see you soon. Have a great day.